In this episode of Astroneer, I make it to the moon, and then I die. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. On the last episode, we had found us quite a bit of graphite, and we took our little tractor and trailer out, and so we are getting ready to go to the moon, but we're not quite there yet. When we go, I want to be prepared for the moon, and so one of the things we're definitely going to need is the oxygenator. So before we can get the oxygenator, you see we need 1,800 extra bytes, and that's in addition to everything else that we need. So before we can actually make that trip to the moon, we're gonna have to go get us some more bytes so that we can get everything we need. So let's get rolling. Okay, so we are about ready to begin our trip to the moon. We didn't really find a lot of the research stuff out there that we wanted, but I think we have enough. We have 5,391 bytes, and here are the things that we're going to need to research and make before we go. Obviously, one of them is going to be the oxygenator so that we can actually, breathe. And we're gonna make this. You see, it doesn't really take a lot. It's 1,800 bytes, so it's a good bit of bytes, but it's only one aluminum and one ceramic stuff that we have. So it's not really what you could call what we'd call an expensive item to make. And then we're gonna have to make one of these. That's a solid fuel thruster. It's one aluminum and one ammonium. Cannot talk tonight. So let's make sure we have some ammonium. I don't remember if we have. Yeah, we got a little bit of ammonium. We'll have to find some more. So it makes one aluminum and one ammonium. That'll we have enough to get us a couple trips, couple places. So the other thing we're going to have to make is, that's 500 bytes, and then the shuttle, of course, is 1500 bytes. So let's go ahead and learn the shuttle. Let's go ahead and learn the oxygenator. And let's go ahead and learn the solid fuel thruster. That leaves us 1500 bytes, which is good, which means we've still got a little bit of some bytes to burn, so to speak, because there's one more thing that I want to make, and because we have so much of that graphite, we found a couple good deposits. It is the packager. So you see that is 1000 bytes. So that's going to take us down to 500 bytes, but that's okay. That's okay. So the first thing we need to go ahead and make, we're going to have to make a large printer. So that's going to be made here. That's going to be a couple compounds. So let's run over here and we'll grab some compound. And then we're going to go right here. And we're going to go to the large printer. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 3 compound because it's 1 compound for the small, 2 compound for the medium, 3 compound for the large. So let's go back over here. I mean, that makes sense, right? So we're going to make the large printer. Like I said, I found some batteries and some stuff, so I've got that kind of set up right here. The solar, little solar panel there is helping out, and so is the medium solar panel that we found. And like I said, when I get a chance, I'll run back out there and grab the other ones that I found. You see, I've got some beacons kind of dropped out that way, and it seems like there were a couple other beacons. There's another beacon out that way. So we've got some stuff we can go back and get for sure. And so we're going to go ahead and start prepping for the moon. Now, I know some people like to skip the moon first and go straight to Glacio and get the resources off Glacio and then go back to the moon on the second trip, because Glacio is great for bytes. There are some wonderful, wonderful bytes there. Just the little flower bud things on the trees give you some, I mean, just outstanding bytes. But I said we're going to go to the moon. We're going to go to the moon because there is the wolf... Can't even remember what it's called now. At least I'm having a tired night here. Let's see if we can figure out exactly what it's called. So, where is it at? I see the hematite. The wolframite. Yes, so the wolframite, bottom right hand corner, that is actually what will make us the tungsten, and then the titanite is what would make us the titanium. So the wolframite we can get from the moon. There is no gas on the moon, so we don't have to worry about that, but we do need to get the wolframite early on because there are some things that require the tungsten. So if we go here and we scroll down, we see that the aluminum alloy and ceramic are needed, but you cannot make aluminum alloy without first making a chemistry lab. And what does a chemistry lab take but a tungsten? So in order to make some of the other things that we need, we have to go to the moon and we have to get that tungsten. One of the other things that I want to make as soon as possible is, oh, that's the wrong one, is down here, and it's kind of a shame. This also takes tungsten. It's the hydrazine thruster. So that is 1 tungsten and 1 steel. Again, you can't make the steel until you get the chemistry lab, and you can't get a chemistry lab again without tungsten. But to get steel, we are gonna have to go to Glacio. See, I'm having a slow night. Again, that's 3,750 bytes. So we are gonna take our first trip there because we do need the tungsten for sure. I do want to make one of these again. That's 2,000 bytes. That's why I haven't, you see I've got just kind of piles of everything everywhere. I don't want to waste bytes right now on certain things. Oh, while we're talking, we're going to go here and get these. I don't want to waste bytes on certain things like storage and stuff at this moment when I just really want to just get to the moon, get some of that tungsten, and really start kind of pushing ahead. So we have made us the large printer. We're going to need a large platform, so we're just going to take you, Mr. Man. We're going to stick you off to the side for right this second. And we're going to stick this right here. And let's go ahead and unpack you. Alright. So in this, as we know, we'll come over here to the large printer. We'll scroll down. We need 2 aluminum. So I don't think we have any aluminum smelted. So let's go ahead and get the aluminum. And then we're going to need at least 1 more. And we're going to need an ammonium to make the rocket. The bad thing about the... Oh, I've got to smelt it, don't I? I've got to smelt it. I just said that. The bad thing about the small shuttle is there is basically no storage space on it at all. that's, you know, this is it. You know, you just basically have room to put the oxygenator. So let's go ahead and make our oxygenator. And what did we say it was going to take? It's an aluminum and ceramic. So I actually need one more aluminum, and I'm going to need a ceramic. So let's come over here. And you see that's already starting to smelt away, so let's go ahead and throw that on there. We'll grab that. We'll go here. Go ahead and get that started. Grab that. So while this starts smelting, we can start kind of prepping what else we're going to need. So we're definitely going to need the oxygenator, and we're not going to unpack it until we get there. We're going to need a platform, which is just one resin. So that is going to take one resin. So we'll take that with us as well. Now we can grab these. We can come over here. We can make our small shuttle. So we have our oxygenator, and we have our platform that will go together so that we can tether. You see we've already got a little bit of tethers on our back. We'll grab some more compound before we leave. And we'll also need the actual thruster. So let's scroll down here to the solid fuel thruster, and we'll go ahead and get that made too. So again, we're going to need storage for the trip back. I am going to grab some organic so we can power those generators that are over there. We're just going to take a quick trip up there, try to get into a cave, try to get as much of the wolframite as we possibly can, and then come back. We're not trying to spend a lot of time up there, if at all possible, because we just, you know, we kind of need to get back, or get up there, get it, and then come back so we can start building other things. Again, the unfortunate part of this is going to be the fact that we can't bring a lot back with us. So we'll probably have to make another trip to the moon at another time in order to get more of the wolframite, to get more of the things. There are other planets that have it, but it's close, it's easy to get to, and we can go there. So our first trip, we are, like I said, you know, we are going to go to the moon. So because we weren't able to find as much research and do that kind of stuff, we are going to go ahead and, let's go ahead and get this unpacked. And we're going to go ahead and take our solid fuel thruster. The bad thing about the solid fuel thrusters is they are consumable. See, right there, consumable. Limited fuel capacity, good for a round trip. So you gotta be a little bit careful. In fact, it almost makes sense to go ahead and make one more. And just come over here and we'll go ahead and smelt this other aluminum down. We're going to take, because we have it, if I can find it, I think it still has stuff on it. Nope, there it is. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stick this. You see where it's got the spot where we're supposed to put the oxygenator? We're not. We're going to actually, let's put it down here for now. Let's load this bad boy up with, there is our oxygenator, and there is our platform. A lot of times I like to take a rover and trailer with me, but we're not going to do that on this trip. Just because right now, you know, space is limited, and I don't want to, there's no sense trying to gather all that with a rover when we just don't have the space to bring it back. So, oh, I know, I actually need to make the thruster. So we'll go ahead, and that's just in case the game glitches and we have to end up burning up a little more of our our solid fuel thruster here than we intend to. We will at least have one with us so we don't get stranded and have to try to run around that the moon, Desolo. I can never remember the names of these planets. We don't have to run around the moon trying to find it. So let's go ahead and put this right here, and we got some tethers. We'll go ahead and grab a little bit more compound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And oh, we definitely need to make a beacon. And we're going to make a beacon so that we can find our way back to the same spot that we go. Wouldn't do us a lot of good if we went and... are those full? Yeah. And is this full? Yeah. So, okay. So that's full. So we can make some more compound if we need to make some more compound. So we're going to go ahead and take this. And it might not hurt to just go ahead and make compound. Yes, compound is there on the moon surface, but I'm going to go ahead and look at this. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab one more compound, and then I'm going to grab some resin as well. And that's in case we have to print anything. The compound will, you know, be a printer. I can turn the compound into a printer, and then find more compound and kind of print up if we need to. But the resin will act as the base for some of the things like the platforms and that kind of stuff. So if we need to build another platform, we'll have it. Also, just as important is oxygen filters. Not that I think I'm going to need it, because I did find this lovely small oxygen tank that was out there, and that's to me is better than the oxygen filters that do basically burn through. So we've got this, we've got the resin, we got the compound, we've got a battery, we've got a beacon, we got a canister. Not that we need it, but we need it because we want to be able to terraform, we want to be able to add and make ramps and that kind of stuff. We've got one set of tethers, we've got our tool, we've got our oxygen tank. I think we're ready to go. I know some guys like to just kind of rush through here, just kind of. No, we don't want that necessarily be expanded. They like to just kind of rush through it. I like to be a little more prepared. I like to kind of have a plan, because I do plan to leave the oxygenator there once we get it set up. We're not going to need... You know what? I'm not going to take my tool because this planet doesn't need it, and I don't want to use the space. So I'm actually going to take my tool. I'm going to set it right here. Not that it's expensive to make, but I want the extra space, and I don't want to run through the battery power. So let's go ahead, and we are taking off. This is it. This is our inaugural flight. I think we did this pretty quickly. We are going to go to the moon. Yeah, you could probably do this a little bit faster, but I like to be prepared. I like to have a plan, and to go about this to me, which is the right way. Not to say going to Glacio is not a good way to do it. Is the wrong way, so to speak. I just like to know that I kind of have a plan. I got an idea of what I'm doing, and I like to be prepared. I like to kind of think ahead. So here we go. We're about to land on the moon. Okay, so here we are. We are on the moon, and one thing I didn't do that I said I was going to do was to bring some graphite. Let's go ahead and move this over here a little bit. It's a little bit flatter. I was going to bring graphite so I could bring back some of these things right here that I found, and I completely didn't do it. I don't know if there's even graphite on this planet. I believe there is, because I believe graphite's on every planet. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have brought my tool with me. We are going to... I might have jumped the gun on this. I should have brought my tool, and I definitely should have brought some graphite. That was definitely... But the main goal here is to get the wolframite. Dig this out, because I just don't like these guys being around here. I'm not a fan. Plus, we can do this. Come on. Get out of here. So, you see, we already have some research things. This is kind of why I wish I had brought it, because boom, right here is a refill it research. Those are the best, because you just throw a small generator down, and what is this one? This is a refill. Look at that. This is a pretty good place. And the main reason that I picked this spot is, let's see if I can get up here. Oh, look at that. There's graphite right there for us. Oh my goodness. I thought you could see. There it is. See right there? So we have one of the power stations. I see some clay, so I can, I don't have a smelter. I'm not going to smelt anything here. So we're going to run over here. Get out of my way. We are going to actually grab some of this graphite real quick. And, oh man, there's a good bit of graphite here too. All right, we got us a graphite, so we can slide down here. Oh, nope. Let's not slide all the way yet. Although I am going to run out of oxygen if I don't hurry up and get back. Go ahead and get these while we're here. We can always use the research points. So there we go. Now let's get back over here to our shuttle, because I am on my own tank oxygen. So let's go ahead and grab this out. And yeah, it's filling up both tanks. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this out. Let's set this down over here. And do we even see a cave anywhere? I didn't see a cave yet. Ooh, is that a cave entrance? It is not. So We might just make our own cave entrance. That might be what we do. We might just go ahead and make our own cave entrance, because we can do that. You know what? We'll do that. We'll just make our own cave entrance. All right, let's find a nice flat spot around here, and let's start setting this up a little bit so we can, right here. Okay, so we've got our oxygenator set up. We did bring an extra fuel thruster just in case we need it. And I'm going to go ahead and drop some of this here resin. Let me go ahead and... oh, yeah. Let's do that real quick. And let's set that to... We'll set it to yellow. So we've got some resin here just in case, like I said, we want to build a printer. I was even thinking about, you know, I could probably find more resin and build a smelter, but I think the smelter requires 1 compound and 2 resin. So I could build it, but then you've got to build the... Yeah, it's a lot of work, because then you also have to have power and all that other stuff. So we're not going to worry about that. We are going to take this, and we're going to go ahead and get that, and then let's go and let's get us some... Let's get us some organic real quick. We can take this organic right here. Really wish I'd have brought my terrain tool. I mean, I can still get through it. It just takes a little longer. Got me an organic already. So, yeah, got me a couple organic. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Small generator. So put it right here, and then all right, go ahead and plug it in, and then we'll come back and get that. I want to actually start working on our cave here. Alright, so it looks like we found a cave. I am dropping tethers though. Alright, so let's go back up here and we'll kind of form this down a little more. So we've got a nice gradual slope so we don't slide down to our death too quickly. We'll see if we can't. Let's open this ceiling up a little bit more. Nobody likes to be claustrophobic. Nobody wants to be this tight, confined little cave area. Okay, so yep, that's definitely the bottom of the cave, it looks like. Cut through here a little bit, and then we can start maybe even switching back a little bit. Let's see if we can't find us some wolframite. That's a little too shallow. Let's go a little bit steeper than that. Let's see if we can find us a good angle here. That's a little too steep. Maybe somewhere in the middle. That's still a little too steep. Maybe something like that might work. I'll go back and drop some tethers here in just a second. Just cut away some of this. Looks like that's going to take us to yet another. Maybe that's actually a cave. Nope. Okay, so let's go back up here and get us some tethers dropped. So there's a tether, so we're going to drop one right about there. Let's finish this off a little bit. Take these stalactites out. Looks like a research mineral buried in the... Oh! My guess is that's like a surface right there. So drop us another tether. And then we'll drop one right about here. Because that looks like that's about the ground. And I see aluminum. So let's run back up here. We are going to check the... Oh, how... See, sometimes this is one of the weird glitchy things about this game, is there is no reason I should have been able to knock that down. I don't know how that happened. And, okay, good, it was reconnected. I don't know how just running, because you should be able to just run right through them. But sometimes you can actually knock them down. So let's check on that. That probably burned all the way through there. Did it? Did it? Yep, sure did. Oh, and it's a small one. Okay, so we don't even need a the graphite for it. So we'll actually put this. Let's put these here. Let's take that there. We can actually put that there. And this will charge our battery back up. Alright, so we'll turn that back off. We're going to head down here. We grabbed two. Let's grab one more compound just in case. Because we don't know how far we're going to have to go down there before we even see any compound or anything like that. What the hell? So let's go down here. That's a little steep. That's a little steep. So we'll go here. We'll drop us another tether. So let's go ahead and get these. So, I mean, push comes to shove, we will take one of these back with that package. We won't waste that package. I mean, we already built it. Might as well take it, right? Okay, so I see a good bit of resin over there. I see some aluminum. Can't quite tell what's beyond there. We did find there's a generator. Oh, see now. Oh, and look what's right in front of me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a little bit of let me take this back up top, and I might just come back and oh, you know what though? See, here's the dilemma we have. Oh, I didn't do that very good, did I? That was amateur hour stuff. So we'll just bring this all the way down into here. Make it a little bit smoother so I'm not trying to jump up that thing. Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit the button. What the world? There, smooth that over. So again, you know, I was talking about earlier, I could make a terrain tool, but I would have to smelt the clay into the ceramic, and that means I'd have to build the smelter, and I'd have to power the smelter, I'd have to power the printer so it could bake the smelter, and like it's basically a lot of work to do all of that. So what we would have to do is the smelter is 1 compound and 2 resin, which I can find down there. That's not a problem. But then I'd have to have oh, that's the wrong one. I'd have to have a large platform, which is another 2 resin. So now you figure between the so the 2 resin for that, and then the other 2 resin. So you're looking at 4 resin and a compound, and making 2 items, and then powering it off of like this, okay, or 2 of these to make that, just to get a terrain tool. I mean, it's a lot of work. So probably don't need to do that. What was I was dropping that generator off. So I'm gonna run down there. I'm gonna start searching around. I'm just gonna run around a little bit and explore, see if I can't find some wolframite. And yeah, so then then we'll be back after we find some wolframite.